Hello, my name is Evan Chandler, and I'm going to be talking about the what actor policy that I changed. And the change that I made is to the forgery and counterfeit credit card and debit card fraud. And the original statute says credit card fraud is a form of identity theft that involves an unauthorized taking of another's credit card information for the purpose of changing or charging purchases to the account or removing funds from it. And it also carries a $50 liability fee to the cardholder. And so the language that I'm changing from it is removing all liability from the cardholder and making credit and debit card fraud just a straight federal offense. And criminals have become so brazen that they openly steal credit cards and they sell them online in what is called the dark web. And then there was a website called Evolution, which is selling and transferring stolen credit cards. And then a website called The Silk Road was shut down in 2013 for drug trafficking. And so when the Silk Road shut down, many more websites popped up in its place. And the same thing is going to happen with Evolution, which I don't think at this moment it is shut down. I think they're working on shutting it down. But if they do, many more will open it up in its place. And from what I found, credit card fraud is in the murky water right in between federal offense and state offense. As of right now, the Identity Theft and Assumption Deterrence Act says that knowingly transferring or using without lawful authority a means of identification of another person with the intent to commit or to aid or abet any unlawful activity that constitutes a violation of federal law or that constitutes a felony under applicable state or local law. So right now it's in the mix between either the state can prosecute or it can be a federal offense. And I couldn't find any federal cases about credit card, debit card fraud. So it seems to me that it's mostly going to state level. And credit card fraud should be a federal offense because the federal government insures the banks through the FDIC, which is the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. So the banks reimburse the consumer or the cardholder, and then in turn the FDIC reimburses the banks. So the money is really coming from the federal money, which is reimbursing the banks, which reimburse the cardholders. So it's really credit card and debit card fraud is really taking money away from federal funds. And then removing the $50 fee is because it is generally no fault to the cardholder. You can really do anything and get your debit credit card stolen. Purchasing online, it can happen. It happened at Target, where if you use it at Target, I think a while back, your card could have been stolen from their system. So really, most of the time it's no fault to the card holder. And the reason I want to change it to strictly a federal offense is that federal offenses usually carry stiffer punishments, and the stiffer punishments will use a deterrent tools against future criminals. And that if credit card fraud was strictly a federal offense, it would give federal agencies more incentive to actively engage them. If it's strictly a federal offense, then it's going to be really the job of the FBI if it's within the United States, or the CIA if it's out somewhere else. But it's usually the FBI, or it could be, I think the Secret Service does a lot of counterfeiting investigation, so they may investigate credit card or debit card fraud. And the federal agencies have more manpower and more resources than a local agency would. A small town in Michigan probably wouldn't have that much resources to really investigate the crime. They could, but it would be difficult for them to. But a federal agency would have boundless amounts of resources to investigate it. And they're just more equipped and better at finding and investigating. And that is it. Thank you.